The joint military operation had been tense from the start. Human and SYX forces were supposed to work together against the Nexian collective, but trust between the species was fragile at best. The SYX were known for their strict hierarchies and their belief that physical dominance determined authority. Commander Kratos of the SYX Imperial Guard embodied everything about SYX culture. He stood 8 feet tall, with armor that seemed fused to his crystalline exoskeleton. He had never taken orders from anyone outside his species, and the idea of taking orders from a human woman named Captain Sarah Martinez made his blood boil. The briefing room fell silent when he arrived. Sarah was presenting the strategic plan, a coordinated strike that required both species to move in synchronization. Her plan was sound, efficient, and according to all military calculations, would succeed with minimal casualties. "This plan is weak," Kratos announced, his voice cutting through her presentation like a blade. "Your species lacks the physical fortitude for the assault phase. We should abandon the human contingent and strike with SYX forces alone." Sarah didn't flinch. She had expected this. The plan requires both forces. Humans provide adaptability and tactical creativity. SYX provide raw power. Together you slow us down, Kratos interrupted. He approached her deliberately, his massive frame casting a shadow across the entire briefing table. "I have fought 100 campaigns. I have never needed human assistance." "Then you've never fought an enemy like the Nexians," Sarah replied calmly. "Intelligence reports show." Kratos moved faster than anyone expected. His massive hand shot out and grabbed Sarah's collar, lifting her slightly off the ground. The message was clear: physical dominance. In SYX culture, this was how disagreements were settled. "You will defer to my command," he said coldly. "Or your troops die following a failed strategy." The room went absolutely silent. Human soldiers shifted, their hands moving toward weapons. But Sarah raised a hand, stopping them. "Let me go," she said quietly. "I don't think," Kratos began. Sarah moved. She didn't try to break his grip or pull away. Instead, she rotated her body completely, using his own arm as an anchor point. The momentum of her spin combined with his height advantage meant she had perfect leverage. As she completed the rotation, she grabbed his wrist and arm, using a throw technique that converted all of his strength and size into a liability. Kratos flew. He crashed through the briefing table, sending holographic displays scattering into fragments of light. He hit the far wall hard enough to crack the reinforced plating. The entire room shook. For 3 full seconds, nobody moved. The legendary SYX commander lay on his back, the wind knocked completely out of him, staring at the ceiling in shock. Sarah straightened her uniform calmly and returned to the holographic display, which miraculously was still functional. "As I was saying," she continued as if nothing had happened, "the Nexians are evolved from a hive species. Coordinated strikes confuse their collective consciousness. Humans excel at chaotic, unpredictable tactics. SYX excel at synchronized power attacks. Together, we create cognitive dissonance in their tactical networks." Kratos slowly got to his feet, his crystalline form flickering with colors that might have been anger, confusion, or respect. His troops stared at their commander in disbelief. "You threw me," Kratos said, sounding almost fascinated. "You grabbed me," Sarah replied. "I responded. That's how humans were trained, to turn an aggressor's strength against them. We evolved on a world where we were never the strongest, so we learned to fight smarter, not harder." She looked directly at him. "In SYX culture, doesn't victory in direct combat demonstrate superior tactical thinking?" Kratos was silent for a long moment. Then, to everyone's surprise, his crystalline form shifted to what appeared to be respect, a deep purple hue. "You defeated me using nothing but leverage and understanding of physics," he said slowly. "In my 300 years of life, no one has done that." He turned to his troops. "Stand down. We will execute the human captain's strategy. The operation proceeded exactly as Sarah had planned. The combined forces devastated the Nexian collective. Kratos fought alongside the human contingent, and for the first time, the SYX commander saw something he had never witnessed before: humans adapting in real time, making split-second decisions that no amount of pre-planning could account for. When the battle concluded, Kratos approached Sarah privately. "Your species should be respected," he said. "You lack our size and strength, yet you defeat us. This makes you superior, not inferior. The SYX have been wrong about this for millennia." Sarah smiled. "We're not superior or inferior. We're just different. And sometimes, different is exactly what's needed." Kratos returned to the SYX Empire and submitted a formal request to his superiors: full alliance status with humanity, equal standing in all military operations. He argued that any species capable of developing the tactical sophistication to throw an 8-foot-tall commander demonstrated the kind of innovative thinking that would benefit the entire SYX civilization. The request was approved unanimously. And it all started because a human captain refused to accept an insult, and SYX commander learned that the most dangerous warrior wasn't always the strongest. Sometimes, it was simply the one who understood leverage.